All right, so when it comes to ordering from places like I am 8-Bit or Limited Run Games or Castlemania Games or whatever, I always expect kind of a lot of, video games New York, whatever. I always expect kind of some level of professionalism, and part of that level or my expectation is that everything will be shipped in a box. It's not the case here, but it does appear like there's something hard on the inside. So anyway, this was a disappointment, of course, to get this in a freaking bubble mailer. It's like a company that caters to collectors, to receive something looking like this. Uh, I don't know what is the correct definition of it. I don't know. I don't know. But before I go too far and start saying bad things about the situation, let's go ahead and open it up and just see, you know, what's inside. Yikes. All right, so what's inside is two Grim Fandango PS4 physical games. This packaging is not ideal. It's actually kind of shitty, really. It's quite crappy, for several reasons. First of all, there's not a lot of padding of any kind between the the games, the surface of the games themselves, and this hard cardboard. So there's just about, from the collector perspective, there's just about a guarantee of some damage to kind of like the corners of the Y-fold, and perhaps some scuffing as well. And some of that could have just happened, I would assume could happen during the packaging process. So not ideal. Yeah, so that's what we got. That's what we have. It was packed tightly, so I don't expect like there was a lot of movement and stuff. But packaging. All right, let's see. Let's see how much those Y-folded suffered. Yeah, some suffering here. Look at this. This one's broken. Hold together. It's coming apart. Or maybe that's how it was. The overall, I don't see issues with this one though. There's some loose stuff in it. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that or not, but that's actually a big problem too with bubble mailers and having no padding. Basically, whatever impacts happen to basically the envelope, there's a couple of millimeters of padding, but for the most, sort of, there's a couple of millimeters of padding, but if you kind of picture the space right between the bubbles, it's basically like fractions of a millimeter there. So it's fractions of a millimeter, basically nothing, and then this hard cardboard, and then it's the game. This one doesn't have a loose disc or whatever inside, but this one does. So loose something. This one doesn't. This one does. So of course, it's like the law of so here's the deal here. This one has the nicer overall appearance and packaging, and this one, let's take a look at it here. This one actually has some kind of a line of damage on this game here. Nothing is loose inside, but this, whatever the heck this line is, when I move the outer wrapping, I can see that it's also imprinted on the case itself. So I'd say that's kind of unacceptable. I didn't buy a disc-only copy of this. I didn't order a disc-only copy of this. I ordered a brand new game, and in both cases this is kind of not satisfactory necessarily. And like I said before, like I was trying to say before, I don't know if I finished my thought. When you ship something wrapped in hard in a hard cardboard in basically like sub-millimeter thick envelope, any impact that happens, and it's not padded otherwise in any way, any impact that happens can knock the discs loose inside, and there's really nothing to soften the blow. So it's just kind of like luck of the draw, in terms of the result. On top of that, what we have here is we have some loose stuff inside this game. Honestly, I have not opened these, so I don't know what's in there. And we have a pre-damaged, like when I move it, I can see that 2 lines appear. So there's whatever imprinted this on the outer wrapping, and there's a ding here as well. So this is a guaranteed return. I have no, like, there's no value in a damaged collectible. So besides the lackluster shipping, these cases, these for some reason I thought these were like going to be, I don't know. We can see here too, I don't know if this was previous damage or there's like slight, maybe we can't see. You see there's like a slight dent or whatever on one of these. They don't really bother and this one is like, so basically this whole order is bullshit. Like, damaged case, loose stuff inside the game, and in both cases there's slight damage to the to this here, right there, to the case, whatever, cover, whatever this is, which I kind of thought was going to be like a steel case. I should read what I'm buying. But it was like, it came up, I clicked the buttons, and honestly, I expected more professionalism from these. This is a promo for the Escape Academy. Could be good, could be fun, but I really did expect like more professionalism from packing, and I didn't expect like loose disc or loose stuff inside. I don't really know what's in there, but especially the damaged item. I believe this was my first order from I Am 8-Bit and Yickers. Based on how this was packed, I'm guessing if I order a replacement, well, I'll have to either return this or get a replacement. There's no value in a damaged collectible. There's no value. I don't get any. I don't derive pleasure from owning a damaged collectible game, and I do not. Like, there's no resale value to it. You know what I mean? Like, long term, if I were to hold on to it and try to sell it some years later and whatnot in the secondary market, like, who's gonna buy this over something else? And like, I'd be, whoever packaged this to me was kind of a bit of an asshole in my opinion, or to anyone really. Like, at I Am 8-Bit, it's like, okay, it's damaged, like, give it away or some shit. You know what I mean? Put it on eBay. I mean, I don't know. Open it yourselves and freaking play it. You know what I mean? But send your customers something that's not damaged, because I could see this right away. I'm assuming the people who are packaging this up, there may be bad quality packaging, like shit ass packaging. Really, is it really cheaper to buy the shit ass envelope and this garbage, than like a proper box? I don't know. I really don't know the business end of it, but like sending somebody, a damaged case, it's kind of rude. But I guess if that's how you guys treat your customers, maybe this is your standard, and like somebody else receiving this be like, oh, okay, that's good enough for them, but like really it's not good enough. You should not sell damaged case collectible games. Like, that's your business, catering to collectors. So Not cool. Not cool, I'd say. Bad packaging, bad games, loose stuff, slight damage. I mean, if you package like a cardstock, whatever, more fragile items inside this bullshit, like you would almost expect them to be damaged, because they're going to be sliding around and stuff, getting scuffed. I mean, this is basically like really super fine sandpaper. Like if you rub it on your skin, not too long enough, you know what I mean? You're gonna get a scratch. You know what I mean? You're gonna get like scuffs on your skin and stuff like that. It's gonna get red, like super fine. You could probably polish your car with it or something. You know what I mean? It's like super fine sandpaper. That's what cardboard is. So you're basically taking. Gosh, I mean, I don't know. I think I said it all already. Like everything is wrong about this order from I Am 8-Bit. Like maybe like if I was blind or some shit, I'd be like, or had like low standards in life in general. It's basically the Hardee's of fast food or White Castle, whatever. It's just uncool. Not what I expected from I Am 8-Bit. When I first saw that envelope, I'm like, that's not a good sign. And I was right. I was right. It's like if you see a lady with tattoos, it's like a sign of that there's other problems. You know what I mean? It's like stay away. So you see a company that ships their valuable collectibles in bubble mailers. There's Best Buy or I Am 8-Bit. It's like, okay, stay away. I don't know, man. Kind of like shit. You don't have to be the low price leader. You know what I mean? Like, if it would cost not $29.99 but $34.99 to properly fucking package these games and ship them in a box professionally, then fucking do it, okay? Because that's not a factor for a collector. You know what I mean? Like, just do it. Like I'd rather receive games that are packed well, that don't have all this bullshit damage on them, that are not packed like in a stupidest fashion possible like this, for $10 more. It's the price of a meal, like a freaking Whopper meal at goddamn Burger King these days, or even Hardee's. Even the Hardee's of fast food, $10, right about $10 for a meal deal. No, it's crazy, but like seriously, that's the difference. Do you really not think that like a collector would not choose to pay you an extra $5 or $10, per order, whatever, to have items properly packed and not damaged during shipment, during packing process, and not damaged like to begin with? Shit, man. The lack of professionalism in the gaming industry when it comes to just delivering consoles, games, etc. It is, I'm not sure if it's infuriating, it is just mind-boggling. From Best Buy to Walmart to PlayStation Direct, Costco even, Ant Online, like I Am 8-Bit. Limited Run was slightly better, but I did have I had to get one of their games replaced. But like seriously, what is wrong with? Is everyone stupid, or just trying to be the low price leader, or are the standards of gamers for themselves so low that they accept damaged shit, or broken stuff, and it's good enough? You know what I mean? But as a company, I Am 8-Bit. You know what I mean? Like, is shipping, loose disc or loose stuff games, could have been loose already, could have come loose because of the shitty packaging, because there's no impact absorption, or shipping games that are already damaged. Is that your like business model? And those things are slightly damaged as well. Is that your business model? Is that what you do? Oh man.